knock this thing out the pack. Wicked had to pack the cat. Oh. Ooh, the Bears released Ted Ginn.
Hmm.
Hey. Right.
All right, all right, all right.
I don't hear you.
Can you hear me?
No.
What about now?
Well, that's your headphone. That wouldn't matter.
What about now?
Why am I not hearing him?
Hello? Hello?
Is mic 3 on and up over there?
Hello, hello, hello.
Huh? Why don't I hear him?
I can't hear myself.
I hear myself. He doesn't hear himself.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello.
One, two, one, two, one, two. Why don't I hear you? And you don't hear you either?
I don't hear me either. If they hear me, is it going over or no?
I mean, it's recording. Y'all hear it? Let's see if Facebook hears you.
Nope, nope, nope. Can y'all hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Hey, y'all. Y'all hear Terrio? Talk.
Hello, 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 hello.
Can y'all hear Terrio?
Nope, nope.
On Facebook, can you hear Terrio? On YouTube, can you hear Terrio?
Nope, nope, nope.
All right, they can hear.
Can hear.
I don't know why. That's so weird. I just don't hear you in my headphones. I hear me?
I don't hear me in my headphones either.
Huh?
I don't hear me either.
All right, then you know. Well.
I'm just going to do this.
I know. All right, let's share this post and let's get started. We're late because you were late.
Sorry.
Who are you doing an interview with?
Peggy Kaczynski.
Oh, how did that go?
It went good.
Old Peg?
Yeah.
You and Peg?
Pegster.
The Pegster?
Mm-hmm.
The Pegarino?
She got a podcast.
Yeah, the Pegarino. The Pegalama Ding Dong.
Mm-hmm. She wanted to talk about the Bears a little bit.
Calico Bears?
No.
Chicago Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Why Chicago Bears?
I don't know. I told her they stink.
They do stink. Why'd she want to talk about them? Especially with you.
Maybe she thought I knew something about the Saints or football.
Oh.
But I don't.
Nope. You stink.
You stink. Is there a reason for me to even have these on?
Well, share that. The only thing is so you could hear like the open and all that stuff.
Okay.
But that's okay. That's so weird that I can't hear I can't hear you and you can't hear you.
Strange.
But you're going on over there. Okay, whatever. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Share the post, everybody. Here we go.
This is the Riot
Oh,
Podcast.
wait. That's too low. I need to turn the volume up. This is what happens when you have to produce your own show from a laptop on your desk. Right, here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
This is the Riot Podcast with Matt Moscona and Ryan Terrio. One is an athlete, the other an athletic supporter. Follow the guys on Twitter at Matt Moscona and at rterrio7. Here's Matt and Ryan.
Okay, Riot Podcast. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. Brought to you by Dr. Green's Ideal Mattress and Friendly Power Sports. He's Ryan, I'm Matt. Yeah, Brett.
Yo, bro.
Hey, do you think by the time it's 11:06 a.m. Central Time on Wednesday, November the 4th?
Mm-hmm.
Thought we'd probably have a president by now. We don't.
Nope.
When do you think by the time you and I are doing radio on Friday that they'll have a president?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you remember the whole 2000 hanging chads, all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first ever election I voted in. And that was really, that threw everybody for a loop.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the people in Florida, like, looking at ballots to see if, like, there was a hanging chad and all that stuff? I think we're kind of destined for that again.
I feel like that's what's happening right now. Like, why didn't they just count the absentee
mail-in ballots
votes or the
before?
mail-in ballots before? Or, like, how about this? You get one in the mail. You ready? You get it in the mail, and you go, oh, this one goes here.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here's another piece of that one goes
Yeah,
over there.
boom, got it.
And then you keep a little tally. Like, really, what you could do to make it real easy is just do little lines, do 4 of them, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, and then go one through. That's 5.
Well, I know the reason that they don't count ballots early is the fear of voter suppression, right? So it's like if you see that one candidate has a really big lead, it's like, oh, why would I go vote? You know, you don't want to do that. That's why they don't count them early. They wait until all the polls close, then they start counting.
Why don't you just don't tell anybody?
Well, because that could leak. I mean, I kind of get that. But I do think, like, in 2020, the way that people are casting their ballots and our inability to count these ballots is kind of like measuring a first down in football.
Yeah.
It's 2020, yet we got 2 overweight dimwits carrying 2 poles with 10 yards of chain linked between them, running out onto the field to plant it into the ground and stretch said stick to see if the ball, which was improperly and inefficiently placed, did in fact measure beyond this stick, which has 10 yards of chain linked between it. And if you can't tell, then an overweight zebra gets an index card and sees if the index card would fit between the ball and the aforementioned stick. It's like, hey, wait a minute. This is 2020, right? This is 2020 that we're doing this, where we can precisely land a man on the moon and know to the millisecond when he's going to land based on conditions and speed and all that sort of stuff. This is 2020 where in tennis you have eagle eye.
Oh, yeah.
Where a ball lands on the line and you know if it was in or if it was out. This is 2020 where we have K-zone where you know specifically where a ball crossed the plate on this box, yet we still have old men carrying 2 sticks with 10 yards of chain linked between said sticks, running out onto the field to stretch said sticks to measure an inexactly placed football on the field to determine if 10 yards were achieved in a new set of downs. It's the same people who have determined that no doubt are running these elections.
It's a joke.
Kind of.
Yeah.
All right, I have a question for you.
Okay.
You opted out of the LSU season after the Missouri loss. And then last week you said you were opting back in after the South Carolina win. Well, after you opted back in, LSU went to Auburn and suffered its worst loss in the history of the series. So are you opting out again or are you still in?
Well, you told me I could not opt back in.
Correct.
Okay. I wanted to opt back in.
No, you were out.
But you said I couldn't get back in. And
Out.
as well as everybody in the
Chat, the huddle.
said the same thing. He can't come back in now that he's out. So technically, I never came back in.
Well, you tried to come back in.
I tried.
You were petitioning to come back
I
in.
wanted to come back in. I'm glad I wasn't allowed to come back in because I am out.
You're so
and let me
out.
tell you why I'm out.
Okay.
I don't like losing, obviously, and I don't like losing that way. But I'm out not necessarily because of the score of the game, but I'm out because when they pan the sidelines in the third quarter and you have guys laughing and
Fourth
just
quarter.
kind of joking around and no big deal, like it tells me that you don't care. And if you don't care, Matt, you know what? I don't care. Okay? So I'm out. I opted out. I'm back out again, and it just is what it is.
Do you think? Okay, serious question, and I've spieled on this since Saturday. I think they should fire Bo Pelini right now and promote Corey Raymond because, and I'm not saying that fixes anything or changes the win-loss total, but what's obvious in my opinion is that you've made a Matt Canada 2.0 hire here. Ed's misfired again. Like this isn't going to be fixed. It's one thing if you struggle. It's another when you're historically bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like 600 yards to Mississippi State, and they haven't won a game since and just got shut out. This Auburn team with Bo Nix, he made Bo Nix look like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, 300 passing, 200 rushing. Come on. Kick rocks.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. Like, this defense isn't going to work with Bo Pelini. So you got to cut your losses. And I say, look, I know this much. All those guys on that team, a lot of those guys defensively are there because of Corey Raymond. I'd promote Corey Raymond. Now, Ed's not going to do it. If he was, he would have done it already. What's your feeling on that, though, about when you assess a coaching change, when you make that move?
Well, I got two thoughts. First, shame on the players for not having a little more pride. Okay. I get it. I think it's very obvious. Everybody that's watched the games and seen the results, it's very obvious that these guys don't want to play for Bo Pelini or somebody. Bo's getting all the heat right here because he's the defensive coordinator, but there's something going on. I'm assuming it's him, and they don't want to play for him, okay? Shame on the players for not looking inside, digging deep, and playing for themselves or playing for the name on the front of the jersey a little bit, and the guys that came before them, okay? That was on display last weekend. We saw that with them laughing and joking around as they're getting their teeth kicked in. And so that's my first thought is you guys have to have a little bit more pride than that. Second, to piggyback on the first, I'm going to say that they're not going to play for him.
For who? For Corey?
Pelini.
Oh, for Pelini. Oh, I agree with you completely.
It's not happening. It is obvious that they will not go out there and bust their tail for him. College athletes are emotional athletes, right? Emotion kind of plays this thing. They're all good. You've said it. Everybody's said it. There's 4 and 5 stars all over the place on every, especially on our team, but in the SEC, everybody's got, some 4 and 5 star guys, right? So what's the big differentiator? What changes? Why are some teams good other than talent? Why are some teams traditionally good and some teams aren't? And I'm going to tell you, it's the way in which they execute and play the game. And this is not just football. This is sports in general. You see it in basketball and defense. You see it in baseball and their at-bats and the way hitters approach their at-bats. And in football, you see it from a defensive standpoint in tackling and being at the right spot, and being in your right position to make a play. And what's LSU struggle with? Nobody's ever in the right position, and they can't tackle. That's effort. I mean, that's all that is. So, yes, I agree with you. I don't know that it's Corey Raymond. I love Corey Raymond. Corey Raymond is a piece of the puzzle up the street that you cannot win without. I would love to see him get an opportunity and a shot. I don't know that they're going to do that, but I can tell you this: you'd see a different energy if Corey Raymond had that headset on and was the defensive coordinator.
I'm glad you said it because I've been saying it all week, and I understand that not everybody understands the goings-on there, but the bottom line is, suffice to say, the reason that LSU has carried on the DBU tradition and moniker and all those guys come to Baton Rouge, it's because of Corey. I mean, that's why the overwhelming majority of them are here, yeah?
100%.
So, I mean, I would very much endorse that move, and I can't say that I'm surprised. I mean, Ed went through this whole thing with Matt Canada in 2017 where he had that feud with him, and they pulled the jet sweeps and then gave him his offense back. And they had the very public meeting with Oliva and the two of them and whatever. And they waited to the end of the season, and then they parted ways. So maybe that's how it goes this year. A lot of people are going to say, what about the money that you'd owe Bo Pelini if you fire him? I don't care. I mean, can you afford to keep him is the bigger question. I mean, can you afford to come back next year and have another atrocious year defensively? I don't think you can. I mean, I think you got to cut your losses. And then however that buyout works, you negotiate it to where you don't owe the entire thing up front. However you got to do it. You negotiate that. You have your attorneys do it. You pay it out over a period of time that's sensible. I mean, if you're Bo Pelini, I don't think you'd mind getting paid over the next 4, 5, 6 years instead of just all right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sure. And then you got guaranteed income over the next X amount of years.
One thing that has been talked about quite a bit, and I'd like to get your thoughts on this, but it's, the fact that there was no spring ball and you're changing up the defense from a 3-4 to a 4-3, and it may take some time for these guys to understand that. Is there any validity in that? Okay.
Everybody didn't have spring ball.
No, I understand that, but just from an LSU standpoint.
No. Because here's the point. When Dave Aranda came in, he switched from a 4-3 to a 3-4. And you didn't have a true nose tackle. You didn't have a 350-pound nose tackle. You know who's playing nose tackle? Christian Lockiter at 290 pounds, right? Lockiter's not a nose tackle. Right. That's my guy. It's your guy too. You know him. I love the guy. And he was a hell of a ball player. But he was recruited as a 4-3 defensive tackle. But you know what he did? He nutted up and played nose tackle because that's what his team needed him to do. He wasn't elite. He wasn't an All-American at it. But you maximized what you had, and you had a defensive coordinator that played to the strength of his defenses. And right now, dude, I mean, I had Derry Beckwith on the show last week. And Derry, played for Bo at LSU. And then Ed said it this week. He's like, both guys said, you can't be any more simple. Like, you can't simplify any more than what you've done. At some point, there's a see-ball, hit-ball approach. Are you just good enough to go execute this very basic defense? And the answer right now is no. And I know it feels like we're dogpiling, but what good can you say? I mean, at this point, it's not even worth continuing just a dogpile. It's like, okay, where's the solution? And I think that's what they got to try to find somewhere along the way. Yeah. It's not readily available. For me, I've told you my thoughts on it. For me, it's Corey, and based on how it goes, then maybe you assess after this year to see if he's that guy or if you go get a proven defensive coordinator somewhere. I don't know. But if you want to get better now, like if you're actually committed to making whatever you can of this season and playing with some pride and getting better effort, like that's your answer. Now, Ed, I don't think he's going to do it. And because of that, they're going to go get skull drug a week from Saturday by Alabama. Right. And they're going to lose at Florida, and they're going to lose at A&M, and you hope they can beat both Ole Miss and Arkansas, because otherwise, man, bad's going to get even worse. Really, really worse. All right, let's do Kick Rocks.
It's now time to Kick Rocks with Ryan Terrio.
Kick rock.
Kick Rocks.
NBA can kick rocks because they're so dang sensitive.
What are you looking at? Kick Rocks.
As a matter of fact, the NFL can kick rocks too.
We've got rocks. You know what to do.
In that case, then Matt's going to have to kick rocks.
Now let's see if Ryan Terrio actually prepared for this week's segment.
I'm going to tell myself to kick rocks.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
You're a professional athlete, and you allow your spouse to go on to social media, or your spouse goes on to social media and complains about you not getting an opportunity. Or in this case, Golden Tate's wife taking to Instagram and complaining that he didn't get his touches and spitting off stats Golden Tate put up when he got looks and touches and the ball thrown to him.
What's her name?
I don't know her name. I didn't write that down, but I know she did this. Okay. But she can kick rocks. Okay, so I get it. You're prepared. You're defending your man, and you want him to get the ball and have good production and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada. I understand that, but let's do that behind closed doors. Okay, that's like the mom calling the high school coach or the college coach and complaining that little Johnny didn't get enough playing time. Like, just stay in your lane. Okay, I get it. You care, and I appreciate that. But just, stay in your lane. That's not for you, Miss Tate, to determine how many touches Golden gets. You can kick rocks.
Oh, wow. Here's all of her stuff. Mrs. Showtime Tate.
Mrs. Showtime.
On Instagram. Can you pull this up, Paulie? Can you see it? Like, there's her IG. Getting so many texts throughout the game. Golden Tate wide open. Wide open, wide open. I know. Given one chance in the fourth quarter, of course, comes down with the ball. Huh. Interesting. Ooh. Throw me the ball. 11 years. Although she is going off on IG. Wow, look at that. Interesting. Okay. Showtime Tate.
She went off.
Good on you, Showtime Tate. Mrs. Showtime Tate.
Mother Nature can kick rocks.
She's cute though. Look at her, dude. There's Golden and his wife, There's Mrs. Showtime Tate. Golden and Mrs. Showtime Tate.
She's pissed.
She's pissed.
She's pissed.
She's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mother Nature can kick rocks.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
I mean, listen, she's thrown 25 name storms
Done with you.
at us, 9
with
of
her.
which have made landfall in the U.S. We hadn't talked about this. But yeah, that's ridiculous. Louisiana, the Gulf Coast, Texas, Alabama, the whole area. I mean, enough is enough. I'm glad this thing's kind of starting to wind down.
Yeah.
But Mother Nature, you can kick rocks
Kick
for
it.
this year. It was tough.
Kick it, lady.
And last, let me tell the Dallas Cowboys, repeat offender alert, to kick rocks. Hey, Jerry, what did you think Ben DiNucci was going to do? I mean, let's be honest. The guy was a late round pick for a reason. He's going to be a backup his entire career.
Did he get picked? I thought he was an undrafted free agent.
No, I think he was picked.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Ben DiNucci got picked?
I think so.
Oh, wow. Good for him. That's a real thrill, I'd imagine, getting drafted. 7th round. That's got to be a real thrill, huh?
Yeah.
Getting drafted?
Yeah. It's a real thrill.
Good.
A real one.
Not a fake one.
But what did you think the guy was going to do? Now you're going to bench him, and you're
Tony
going
Romo.
to bring in a couple other guys, see what they're going to do. No, absolutely not. Cowboys kick rocks. Should have went and got somebody. You guys stink.
You done?
Done.
All right. This is the Riot Podcast. So a thing happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happened?
You got your mattress.
I did. I'm so excited, man. So we are presented here in part by Dr. Green's Ideal Mattress, sleepoutsidethebox.com, sleepoutsidethebox.com. So really cool story. Dr. Craig Green, Baton Rouge orthopedist, created this mattress company. He engineered, it's the first ever mattress engineered by an orthopedist. It's done right here in Baton Rouge, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Craig Green's a guy, by the way, over at Brock. I mean, isn't he like public service commissioner too? I mean,
no, he's real good.
Yeah,
Real dude.
total guy. Like, and he and I, candidly, also just a really good man. Like, I don't know that he would mind me saying, Dr. Green has a special needs child, and so do I, and so he and I connected on that. He's just, first of all, he's just a very good, decent Christian man who I've really enjoyed getting to know. Well, they wanted us to promote Dr. Green's Ideal Mattress, and so like, all right, well, let's get the mattress. So you got yours, and mine came yesterday. So it's a mattress in a box, and I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, a king-size mattress in a box. The box was, look, there it is. So I videoed myself. I videoed the whole thing from opening it to all the way through till where it was fully open and everything. Took about 8 minutes. So like I did this real time so you could see you can have this thing open in about 8 minutes. One person can do it. I would have done it faster if I didn't take your advice. Well, actually, no, your advice was good. But anyway, but this thing is so cool when you cut it open and the thing just kind of goes like, Wait, I'm going to fast forward a little bit, Paul, so people can see whenever I cut it open. Let's see. You kind of get it on there. You get the paper off. See, now watch. Here's where it goes, where it starts that when you open it up, and it goes like,
starting to go right now.
and it just kind of like it's incredible. So anyway, I got this whole video up on my Facebook page if you want to check it out. It's on my Instagram as well. And the crazy thing about the mattress is the way it's engineered, and I didn't know this, but Dr. Green told us when we met with him, people buy mattresses for two reasons. Number one, newlyweds, which makes sense. It's when Eric and I got our first mattress. Or number two, people have back pain. So this mattress is designed, and when we got our mattress, the last one we got was a Serta Eye Comfort. We got it 10 years ago.
It's a good mattress. It's okay.
Well, at the time, that was the thing. It was new. But think about technology and how it's developed over 10 years. What cell phone did you use 10 years ago?
Probably Flip.
I had a BlackBerry Pearl. You know what I mean? So technology's developed a lot over 10 years. Same is true in mattresses. This thing has like 5 cooling zones in it with these cooling gels. So the mattress conforms to your body, and it also regulates the temperature of your body, which is crazy to think. So anyway, had my first night's sleep on the mattress last night, and yes, people know I have back pain. I've had back pain for a long time, and it was so nice to wake up and actually feel refreshed and not have to do that thing where you're like, to straighten up. You know what I mean? So I loved it, man. You can sleep on it free for 100 nights. That's not a gimmick. They literally will let you sleep on this mattress for 100 nights. If you don't like it, they'll give you a refund. So you had nothing to lose. SleepOutsideTheBox.com. SleepOutsideTheBox.com. SleepOutsideTheBox.com for Dr. Green's Ideal Mattress. You like yours too, huh?
I love mine.
I know.
And I had back pain as well, which I don't have anymore.
SleepOutsideTheBox.com. One other thing about Dr. Green's is they have so much. If you're leery about buying a mattress online, they have, if you go to the website, sleepoutsidethebox.com, at the top right, there's a store locator. You can see so even if you're outside of Baton Rouge, they have like national distribution. It's incredible. So you can find a store near you and you can go like test it, right? I mean, you can go into the mattress store and like lay on it and pick one that you want. So they're all over Baton Rouge, all over Louisiana. They're all over the country. So check it out at sleepoutsidethebox.com, sleepoutsidethebox.com. You can see all the different mattresses. You can see the different products they have, learn about the mattress, learn about Dr. Green, sleepoutsidethebox.com. It's really, really cool. I'm pumped. I'm pumped, man.
How'd you sleep last night?
Legitimately slept really, really good. Yeah. I mean, and this is what he explained, too, is if you think of it, and this made a lot of sense. I've never heard it explained this way. People wonder, like, why your mattress causes back pain. I always thought it was just, like, how you slept, right? Did you sleep crooked or something? Mm-hmm. Well, what Dr. Green explained to us is, no, what happens is, like, if your mattress has, like, dips in it, right? So let's say you're laying on your side, and your body has that contour, and the mattress doesn't fill that space. Well, what happens is the muscles along your spine activate to hold your spine in place. Right. Well, the reason you have back pain is because your muscles have been activated for like 7-8 hours while you sleep. It's like, what if you were just holding a dumbbell or holding your arm like this for 8 hours? Your muscles would probably be pretty fatigued and you'd have a lot of pain. So that made a lot of sense. So that's why the mattress contours to your body and it cools and all. It's really cool. Great product. SleepOutsideTheBox.com. SleepOutsideTheBox.com. Go check it out. So, who do you think is going to win president?
I have no idea. I thought last night at about 7 or 8, I thought Biden was going to win.
I know.
10:30-ish, I thought Trump was going to win.
I know.
And then a guy came on and said that the percentages you're seeing aren't entirely accurate because although Trump was showing a lead, once they started counting these other votes, they feel like Biden's going to come back. And then I wake up this morning, and it looks like Biden's is back. So I don't know. I am encouraged to see that there wasn't like a landslide one way or the other.
Why?
I don't know. I just felt like the media had influenced so many people's thoughts on what was going to happen for this election, where it was just going to be a blowout for Biden, but it really wasn't. It's interesting to see. I have a theory. They know who won already.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. This is all for ratings.
No.
Every TV in the country has ABC, MSNBC, CNN, or Fox is tuned in right now, and their ratings are through the roof. Yeah. They know.
You're going to withhold the presidency.
They know who won.
Nah, you wouldn't withhold the presidency for that. It was interesting to see the odds fluctuate through all this. But I'll tell you, like, the worst are the pollsters. I mean, because like you said, and I don't know. I mean, as someone who's just like every 4 years, casual observer, let's see who the next president's going to be, and isn't like in it or deeply invested. To see, like, I went yesterday thinking, I think Biden's going to win in a landslide. I mean, that's what all the pollsters were saying.
Yeah.
They were like, like a 12-point lead or something like that. And you're looking at where it's like, hey, what happened? Same thing happened 4 years ago. They stink at their jobs.
No, they're bad.
It's like once every 4 years you got to nail it, and you're way off. Yeah, that's just no bueno. So since we last spoke, also World Series champion has been crowned.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the Dodgers?
Well,
is it a real championship?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's a real championship.
Why?
There was just a lot of challenges this year that you don't have normally. Obviously, there wasn't as many games. Season wasn't nearly as long, but
I know.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's a real championship. It's a unique championship, one which they won't have again, but there shouldn't be an asterisk or anything. It was entertaining. It was a fun series. There was a couple managerial moves that were questionable. I thought Dave Roberts gave it up the prior game made a terrible mistake making a pitch and change, and it ended up working out in
Bruh.
his favor. You know, and then Game 6, Kevin Cash kind of does
What an
something similar, and
If you were on the Rays
Mhm.
and your Cy Young Award winner is dealing, and he's on pace for like 103 pitch complete game shut piece, and your nerdy manager goes and yanks him, like, do you walk to the mound and just slap him in the back of the head? The
Bro,
manager.
what are you doing?
Like, would you do that?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
What would you do?
I would probably say something like, "What are you doing? Why are we taking him out?"
No, legit, real talk. In the middle of the game, would you say that? Like, would
Yeah.
you go up and be like, Skip, what are we doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they have
Does that happen?
Probably. They have that type of relationship with the manager. Yeah. You know, I mean, depending on who it is, open door policy type guys, I would think Kevin Cash being a player's manager, you know. But look, man, when you manage Matt off of a laminated card that may or may not have been handed to you by the GM or ownership
Do you think that happened?
prior to the game, I've just heard it so much from so many different teams. I got to think there's some sort of truth to it. You know, maybe it's, you know, strong suggestions that this is what we want to see happen. You know, I've heard that that these guys make out the lineups and, you know, determine how many pitches certain guys throw. You know, we don't want him to see the lineup third time through because the numbers say that the third time through he gets hit. Well, it's Game 6 of the World Series, okay? He might be different than he is July 2nd, Game 6 of the World Series. There may be a little bit more intent with each pitch. So that's why I think Tony La Russa is going to win a World Series in the next 3 years, because he's going to use the analytics, he's going to use the data, as he should, but he's also going to manage off of gut and feel, and he's going to manage circles around these guys.
Can we make a bet about Quan? Or about there was a question about Quan. Can we make a bet about Tony La Russa?
Yeah.
Or you think he wins a World Series in 3 years?
3 years.
All right. I will say that Tony La Russa does not win a World Series within 3 years and is not coaching the White Sox in year 4. How about that?
Okay.
So what's our bet? About the.
Well, if you win, then I'll get you a bottle of booze.
Okay.
And
I got to wait 3 years to get my bottle of booze?
Yeah. That's the bet.
I don't like this bet anymore. I didn't think this all the way through.
If I win, you got to buy me lunch. How about that?
Your
No,
bets
not
are
lunch,
so
not
boring.
lunch. Let's do a dinner, like something nice, something good.
Okay. So we might go to dinner in 3 years.
Yeah.
But more likely you're going to buy me a bottle of booze. Here's my question. What kind of bottle of booze?
Well, you can call your guy, or I'll just go see your guy and say, "Hey, what's really, really good?" and I'll buy it.
Yeah. Don't say who my guy is.
I'm
bud.
not.
I don't want to spill. I don't want to let that out. The cat out of the bag.
No.
Tell people about Friendly Power Sports and everything they have going on. By the way, we're going to get to Ask Us. So if you're listening to this podcast, thank you. We do this live typically on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Central. Today is Wednesday, however, because Mr. The Riot had a meeting yesterday and could not do it. So today we're doing it Wednesday live on the 104.5 ESPN YouTube and Facebook pages. So you can always join us live and get your questions live. So if you're watching us live, we do Ask Us. Ask us anything about anything. So get your questions loaded right now, and then we'll answer them after Mr. The Riot here tells us about Friendly Power Sports.
Friendly Power Sports, you guys know and love them. They've been on Airline Highway for years and years. Also have a location in Slidell. If you go to friendlyyamaha.com, you can check out all the inventory. You can shop their ATVs, their side-by-sides, street bikes, dirt bikes, scooters, wave runners. They got it all at Friendly Yamaha, Friendly Power Sports. They also have their pre-owned inventory right there online, and financing is available. I've got the Honda Foreman that I just got, a four-wheeler. It's really awesome. Went to Airline Highway, picked it up.
Which one is that? Let's see. I'm at the website here. Hang on.
Go to ATVs.
All right, where's it? All right, let's see.
Yeah, go down a little bit. Go down a little bit.
ATVs.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
yeah,
Look
right
here.
there. Yeah.
Boom. ATVs. Got it. Which one did you get? A Honda, Polaris, a Yamaha, a
Honda.
Kawasaki, or a Prius?
Got a Honda.
A Honda. Let's click Honda. All right, what else did you get? Oh, look at all of them there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honda Foreman. So if you keep going down.
Four Tracks Rancher. There's a lot of Four Tracks Rancher. There's a lot of inventory here.
Got a lot of ranches.
It's going to take us a minute to get to it. Anyway.
There you go. There's the Foreman. So I got the
Where?
Honda Foreman.
Oh, there it is. Boom. That's what you got?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at it. It's even camo. Is yours camo?
Mine's red.
Oh.
But if
All right.
if you have a four-wheeler and it's not one of these or you didn't buy it from there, you can still go to Friendly Honda right there on Airline Highway or in Slidell. They can service it, which if you drive by, you're going to see everybody's bike that's been messed up that they're fixing as well. So great people over there.
All right. Friendly Power Sports. You said Friendly Yamaha. This is friendlypowersports.com.
Website.
But this says friendlypowersports.com. Is it Friendly Yamaha or Friendly Powersports?
FriendlyYamaha.com. Well, let me see. I know that's one of them. Let's see if Friendly Power Sports is one.
It does. That's what I was just at.
Okay.
Oh, Friendly Yamaha works too. Okay.
Maybe they've got,
So Friendly Yamaha is the Baton Rouge. Friendly Power Sports is the Slidell.
got it.
Got it. But either way, either website works. FriendlyYamaha.com, FriendlyPowersports.com. Just go there. Buy an ATV, etc. Ask us, how much will Quan Alexander help the Saints?
Hope a lot. Actually saw Quan today.
Did you? Where?
Traction. I don't know.
Can you get him on AFR today?
I don't know. I saw him. He had the red hair.
I know. I saw Quan in Vegas last summer. Well, not this summer. This summer was COVID. But last summer, I was there, and I was going to meet my cousin at the Cosmopolitan. I was at Aria. He was at Cosmopolitan. We were going to Encore Beach for the party at Encore Beach Club. And we were getting in an Uber, and then Condon. And I saw Quan Alexander. He was standing right there in the little covered area. He had on a tank top and gold chains. And I was like, red hair. I was like, oh, what's that, Quan? I was like, that is Quan. I was like, what's up, Quan? I was like, you don't remember me, but I used to interview you when you were at LSU. It's like, okay. Yep. Whatever.
Red hair gave it away.
Get away from me, guy. That's not what he said, really.
Weird radio guy.
I know, weird guy. So, but can we get him on AFR today? Can you make a call?
Probably not.
Why not?
I mean, I'll try.
What's your problem?
Well, if he's there, I'll ask him.
Well,
I don't have his number.
Well, who was there? Who had him there?
I don't know.
Well, let's find out. Okay. Ryan, are you optimistic about LSU baseball returning to Omaha?
It's a very talented young roster. I think there'll be multiple true freshmen in the starting lineup, which could go one way or the other. But there's a ton of talent, and I think they're set up for the next few years to be really, really good.
Questions are light today. So I guess we're done.
Huh?
I have one more for you.
Okay.
Does LSU football win another game this year? 5 to go. You think they finish 2-8?
I hate to say that. That hurts me to say. But I think that.
You think they go 2-8? You think they lose to Arkansas? You think they lose to Ole Miss?
If Brennan comes back and is good, then no. I think they might win a few. If he doesn't,
5 states passed legal marijuana measures in 2020 elections. Louisiana passed sports betting. I know, right?
make it rain, baby.
Let's go. Shout out to Dr. Green's Ideal Mattress. SleepOutsideTheBox.com. SleepOutsideTheBox.com. I got mine. Get yours. SleepOutsideTheBox.com. And Friendly Power Sports, Baton Rouge and Slidell. FriendlyPowersports.com or FriendlyYamaha.com. Check them out. Riot Podcast. Paulie O'Neill. Thank you so much. See you later.